Hey there, mister. So here's the thing. I have this thing I need to do. It's called the video review. Do you know what that is? Yes, of course, since you're watching it. Well, I didn't. So I had to think of a good concept, like something that people might actually be interested in watching. So this is not really an easy task, but this is what I came up with. Ready? Okay. So as you may have noticed already by the accent, I'm French, and it's news to no one that French politics right now are a bit of a mess, especially with the presidential elections coming shortly. Henceforth, jeez, I like this word, henceforth. Anyway, in the 2 following minutes and 30 seconds, I'm gonna try to explain you really quickly and really simply who are the 5 main candidates for the presidential elections. Ready? Let's go. Well, let's try at least. First, the Republican Party. A week ago, the Republicans held their primary election, and they were won by, surprise, François Fillon, by a 44.1% majority. But who is Mr. Fillon, you may ask? Well, Mr. Fillon was the former Prime Minister of ex-President / bling bling Sarkozy. Remember him? Anyway. Up against Alain Juppé, the other main figure of the Republican Party, François Fillon does not have such a good reputation overseas in my country. That's why when he won these primaries, he actually fight every political commentators and polls that predicted Alain Juppé as the winner of the primaries. So, said to be the Thatcher 2.0 with a very conservative program, he advocates a more laissez-faire approach and a smaller government than the one it is currently. Amongst other things he promises for 2017, here are a few of his propositions. So, a 500,000 public sector jobs cut, but also a reduction in public spending and also on the social security tax, as well as a reinforcement in the war drugs. Sorry, my friends. But also a revision of the high revenue tax on the abortion too, and also maybe an arrangement, well that's not maybe actually, that's for sure, an arrangement with Russia and Bashar al-Assad. Nice perspective. Second, the Socialist Party. But news, not. Our dear Prezi won't be candidate once again for the presidential elections in 2017. In fact, we can say many things about Hollande, but one thing he actually did was to bring the Socialist Party so down in the polls, they even reconsidered holding primaries in this next January. Well, they're gonna do it anyway, but still. So right now, the party is so divided that as to what they're gonna do next and how to rebuild the image of the party. Good luck with that. Anyway, it is pretty secure to say that, given the impressive discontent of French citizens with the lefties, to say that the left-wing party won't achieve a really good score and won't even make it to the second round of the presidential elections. But the 2 main candidates are Manuel Valls, the current Prime Minister, and Arnaud Montebourg, the former Prime Minister of Economy. So the latter hopes themselves to be the one to reunite the party after the Hollande disaster. Yeah. Well, anyway, according to the polls, they are both equal rivals for the primaries. Third, the Front National. Well, more Marine Le Pen than anything else. The French Trump, the one who looks like a shark, who eat a wall or two. Well, that's her. Funny thing, by the way, because contrary to the other political parties, the Front National did not hold any primaries, because Marine Le Pen was already beating them up in every polls by a major majority. Okay, needless to say that her program is all about immigration and restriction, about pretty much everything that is foreign affair related. Like, for example, leaving the EU and the Eurozone, and an old-school protectionist approach. What is not so funny anymore is that Marine Le Pen and the Front National are actually growing bigger and bigger in the French political landscape. So big that she's almost assured to make it into the second and final round with an important score. The recent upsets in the world, like Brexit in the United Kingdom or Trump as the President of the United States, and the infight of the political parties in France do nothing but encourage and favorize the rising of the extremist party. And this is not scary. Fourth, the France Insoumise, with the left extremist wing party. The most French party ever, actually, because they always complain about pretty much everything. So their leader is the Grumpy Jean-Luc Mélenchon. Maybe have you heard of him? It's like he's been their leader for quite some years now. So in the list of the propositions for 2017, they want out of the TAFTA free trade negotiations with the US, the repeal of the El Khomri Act, the minimum wage to be raised to 1,300 euros, separation of the banks, and of course, yes, a referendum proposition. That's what it is not said, but still a referendum, like, to give voice to the people. And our very last but not the least, the fifth, Emmanuel Macron, the outsider, the French face. So, just so you know, he's the former Minister of Economy of our current government, although he resigned from his position in order to create his own political party. So the whole debacle resulted in a very divided opinion about him. During his time in the government, you might have heard about him because of the Macron law, which he conducted, aka many changes in labor law, transport law, and economic law. Those measures allowed to open up the bus city market in order to create a new competition and 13,000 new jobs in the sector. For 2017, Macron's program contained the following proposition. So, first, primary schools autonomy, working time established regarding the age, end of the 35 hours per week for young people, flexible retirement policies, right to unemployment for independent workers and self-entrepreneurs, right to unemployment in case of resignation, and nationalization of the UNID, which is basically the national union for work in the industry and trade market. Okay guys, so I hope this video helps you understand a bit more about French politics and what is going to happen next for the presidential elections. And that's it. Okay, bye, mister.